This episode was sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes launching your own website a breeze. Welcome back to the Breakroom. It's a big news day today. Today on the show, we're going to do a little bit of a headline show. A trailer trawl, as Berg calls it, a trailer trickle.
Trailer trickle.
A trickle of trailers.
Trickle of trailers.
Is what you call a flock of trailers.
Yeah, it's the proper plural now.
And some potentially huge The Batman 2 casting announcements.
Yes.
You thought we were just getting hyped for Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday.
We are.
No. I'm already living in 2027, okay? When that movie's going to come out. But I am Zach Huddleston, thrilled to be shouting here today, and joined on the panel by Alex Berg.
Hello. I'm also in the chat, so sorry if I'm like...
Yes. And Abby Freel's here.
Yes, hello. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, we're excited to have you. We've got a wide swath of different movie news to react to today, and kind of our speculation, our hype building for CCXP, which is this weekend, where we will also be live streaming around those panels on the Rockstars channel on Saturday, December 6th, 11 a.m. Pacific, until whenever we get tired of streaming. But let's jump in, literally as we were getting our seats set up here and getting ready to roll. Some interesting news broke.
Yeah, so Nexus Point News is running with this headline. Exclusive! Scarlett Johansson in talks to join the Batman Part 2. That's it. She's in talks. We think that means that she's doing it and they're trying to up her rate, which go for it, Scarjo. I support this.
Yes, because this has been a famously kind of tight-lipped production up until this point, right?
Yeah.
We know there is a finalized script that has been delivered. It took Matt Reeves a really long time.
There were several passive-aggressive posts from James Gunn.
James Gunn, who can turn around a script in 14 hours, seemed really frustrated that it took Matt Reeves multiple years. But there is a script, so presumably, that is ready to get into production. This is going to be in October 2027. So we're almost 2 years away from the release of this film. It has not begun production yet. But we know nothing about it other than Robert Pattinson is coming back as the Batman. No word on villain, other supporting cast. We were just saying, I don't know that it's even been 100% confirmed that Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman will be back.
I feel like she will be.
Probably. But who do we think Scarlett Johansson could be playing in this movie? Let's go ahead and assume. It's more fun to assume that she is going to be in it.
Yes.
And so, assuming she is in this, or they are looking for a Scarlett Johansson type, who would she be playing, do we think?
I was going to say at least a love interest. We just went over their ages. They're similar ages.
There was some concern that maybe there was an age mismatch here, but Pattinson is 39, Johansson's 41. We feel good about rooting for this as a love interest. Yeah. No one feels creepy being like, they should be together.
That's senior sophomore age gap.
That's fine.
That's totally fine. Yeah. Yes, and the first The Batman did not have a Vicky Vale type of character.
No, it didn't.
There was not a citizen love interest, right? Just the Catwoman. And, cinematically, could be fun if Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman is back. Could be fun to have a little love triangle action.
I would support it.
Going on.
I'm all for it. And it certainly feels the way that Penguin Season 1 ended. Very much felt like it set up Zoe Kravitz to be coming back in Batman Part 2. And even if she wasn't, I don't think Scarjo would be playing Zoe Kravitz. But I think she could be like a Vicky Vale, like a reporter type.
So you're saying Scarlett Johansson would be playing Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz is playing Catwoman.
Yes.
In this universe, there's also a
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah. Catwoman's watching a movie going like, oh, weird. Zoe Kravitz is in this movie with Austin Butler. It's a crime thing.
I will say, Scarlett Johansson is arguably like a top 5 box office name.
Oh, I don't
think.
Isn't she like the highest paid actress?
I believe it's probably among the highest paid.
Her box office was the best this year.
And they just made a Jurassic World movie basically off of the pitch of Scarlett Johansson does a Jurassic movie, right?
Yeah.
Like she's the star of that, like one of the few actors or actresses that can kind of carry a big franchise like that. Obviously, he's done a lot of work in the Marvel world. So it's also like, let's say she is playing a love interest. That love interest could also be a known powered character or whatever. Like that could be a Poison Ivy or a Harley Quinn-esque character. I mean, wild.
A grounded Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I mean, could this all be a ploy by Margot Robbie's team to like
bring her back? Yeah.
So, because it's like, no disrespect, it was a very different era in film, but like those early Tim Burton films and even into the Schumacher films that had, Kim Basinger and then Nicole Kidman, like they were small roles, right? Like they were the girlfriend, did not have a lot to do. Now the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman character obviously had a much larger role, but like you don't have Scarlett Johansson in your film for like 15 minutes of like, dinner date screen time, right?
They I feel like they've got to give her something meatier, and I think also she, part of it is she's very talented, like she could read a phone book and people would be like, I watched 4 hours of it. I couldn't get through the fifth, but I watched the first four, but also she's gonna come with a price tag and you've got to justify that. And you can't really do that unless she's like one of these like driving forces, you know? So I think, she's got to be like a Poison Ivy or like some kind of large.
Do we dare say, could there be a gender swapped other Batman villain?
Oh man, if she's Woman Bat, she's
Killer Crockett. Because also that's what you want. You hire Scarlett Johansson and then you heavily CGI and mask her up. Right?
It's the Zoe Saldana effect. You're like, we're going to take one of the most beautiful people on the planet and put them in so much CGI and makeup you cannot see.
What
them.
if instead of Bane, it's Jane?
Ooh.
Oh. Or wasn't Barry Keoghan a deleted scene?
Yeah, he's
Joker. Teased as a Joker. He's in Arkham there, right next to Paul Dano's Riddler.
Yes, so she could be like a Harley Quinn.
Taken,
Okay. So
I would do a Jokette.
I mean, it's tough because like the Batman Rogues Gallery is so rich and like well developed, but like a new character, I mean, they kind of the whole Nolan franchise with the not that Talia al Ghul was obviously an established character, but not one as well known, and they kind of tricked us with the Marion Cotillard.
But Harley Quinn was a new character for Batman the Animated Series, and like she's become canon because that character was so beloved, and so like I'm my thing with canon is like, hey, if it works for the story you're telling, great, but like if you need to create a new character and I love that character, I don't care, like I'm not coming to any movie comparing it to like a checklist in my head of what happened in the comics or anything. I'm going like, I want a good movie. So if Scarjo's some character we can't guess at because Matt Reeves is like, ooh, it's the fiddler, who leaves clever fiddle clues around for her crimes.
I thought the fiddler's like female Riddler.
Oh yes, also yes.
And she has a little thing. Just a little devil went down to Georgia, and I think if this is confirmed, and presumably maybe before they go into production, something like this it will tell us a little bit about maybe the plot, the antagonist of this film.
What if she's the antagonist?
I would love that. There's been a lot of speculation that they could go with a Mr. Freeze. I think all that's unfounded. I think it's not really sourced. And again, we don't know how sourced
we don't know how sourced this is.
Next Point News.
Just kind of an exciting thing we saw right after we sat down.
Yes. Is, like a middle ground of like, it's not the Hollywood Reporter or Variety who tend to be very reputable, highly sourced, but like no reason to doubt this, that there are talks. But who knows? We might get over the next 3 weeks, Rachel McAdams in talks, Reese Witherspoon in talks. I mean, they could list 20 actresses. Who knows? But this is exciting because I think I just recently rewatched The Batman. So good. It's kind of a shame that it's going to take whatever 6 years in between
Batman movies now.
5 years in between them. But I'm very amped. They also just recently announced, this is confirmed, kind of one of David Fincher's main cinematographers is going to be the cinematographer on it.
Oh, great.
And like, kind of makes sense because like the Batman felt a little bit like what if David Fincher made a Batman movie? It's very Seven and
it felt grimy in the way New York City does when it rains in like August and you trip and fall onto the sidewalk. Like you just have that like sheet of grit.
Wet, grimy, slimy. Yes, kind of, and like edgy in that kind of serial killer kind of a way.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, that's a playground that Scarlett Johansson can play in too.
Yeah, I mean the way that they did the Riddler and Batman basically just felt like Zodiac.
Yes.
In a good way. In a good way. I don't mean that dismissively. I loved it.
No, it's
But
great.
yeah.
Okay, on to some other news. We've gotten a bunch of announcements and trailers recently, including we got kind of twin trailers for 28 Years Later, Bone Temple, which we are not very far away from. That is coming out in January of 2026. It's kind of one of the few major theatrical releases in January. We just got The Last 28 Years Later earlier this year. And Boom Bam Boom, they kind of made two of them at the same time. This one not directed by Danny Boyle. It's directed by Nia
Costa,
director of The Marvels, but written and produced by Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, who have done the entire franchise. Picking up kind of right where the last one left off. We got a kind of US trailer and a
international
trailer. And they are surprisingly different.
And you haven't watched any of these yet, right? You haven't had time?
Not the trailers.
Not the trailers? Okay, great.
Brian, which one do we have? Is this the US? Okay, we're going to watch the US one first.
A lot of great visuals.
Yeah.
So different from the international trailer.
Well, we're about to watch that.
Yeah, should we roll straight in or do we want to do a moment?
We should jump right in, but I'll just say the American, very more action leaning, a little less vibey and more like action-y. But let's jump right into the international one. Again, they're surprisingly different.
Very different for the same movie.
Okay, the international trailer definitely has a lot more funny games energy to it.
Yes.
With the whole
with the
scene
Jimmy
in the home.
Yes.
Also, Jack O'Connor, who's really carved a niche for himself as evil Euro guy.
Creepy Irish dude.
yeah. And Sinners.
Near
and in this
zombies
franchise.
or vampires.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if weird teeth are needed, I feel like he's also available. Now, full disclosure, I did not see 28 Years Later. It's on my to-do list.
Oh, man.
Now,
It's so good.
as someone,
It's great.
I know, I've heard nothing but
It's
good
so
things.
good.
I got to get to it. But somebody who hasn't seen 28 Years Later, not a lot of Aaron Taylor Johnson in this trailer.
Was he only in the international one? As like they were like ripping his shirt and he was like being hung.
No, that's not Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Is that the guy that throws the hot pot of water?
Yeah, that's the guy. Remember in 28 Years Later, they come across the house and that dude just has Jimmy carved in his chest? I think that's who that is. And they're like, oh, there's crazy people out here.
So this might be jumping back ahead of or before the events of 20 Years Later?
I think some of the okay, so Zach, I'm going to have to spoil a pretty good moment from 28 Years Later to talk about these trailers.
It's been out for like 10 months, I feel like.
Okay, so 28 Years Later is gorgeous. It is wild when you watch it to be like, oh, a horror movie about coming to grips with death? Like, you know, of all the themes people pack into horror movies, and I love horror movies, wild to see one that's just about like, hey, you got to say goodbye to your mom.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then the last like 5 minutes of the movie, correct me if I'm wrong here.
Feels even less.
Even less. The like end of the movie is like this kid Spike is like finally out on his own. Like, you know, he's gone through this like rite of passage. It's like a coming of age thing. And then Jack O'Connor shows up when he's like cornered by all these zombies, like, let us pop in. And it becomes this insane like Power Rangers Kung Fu like thing of all these blonde people in tracksuits fighting zombies.
Jimmy's.
Yes,
wow.
It is a tonal shift that is so wild and comes out of nowhere.
Feels like a backdoor pilot for this film.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you know, that's Jack O'Connor's character. And so, you know, the international trailer, which showcases a lot more of that, feels a lot more like what that last 5 minutes of the movie is setting up. The other one where he feels more tangential and it's much more like Ralph Fiennes focused, feels much more like what the bulk of 28 Years Later is. Yeah. So I could see like those being two very specific roads.
There's also, in the international one, not a lot of zombies. No. It feels like the American one's like, hey, American audience, you know who Ralph Fiennes is. Also, you know what zombies are. Let me give you a little bit more of those.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe it's more indicative of what the real movie is. The international trailer is like, it's going to be about these weird blonde cult people, right?
And the American one made it seem like it was marketing if you hadn't seen 28 Years Later.
Yes.
Like, it's not setting up that it's a sequel that is leading directly from a movie that you should have seen in the last 6 months. Like, it feels like, just come, they're zombies.
Yeah.
Well, and also, one of the things I really liked about 28 Years Later is how much it stood on its own, apart from I think they basically, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland were like, yeah, the second one doesn't really matter, but it did feel like it stood on its own. And it seems like maybe with this movie, they're going for a similar thing where it's like, yeah, the character of Spike will be there, but it's not like we're following Spike's journey or anything like that.
Isn't Cillian Murphy supposed to be in it too?
I believe.
Oh, really?
That was what was announced with the first 28 Years Later, that he was going to come back at some point.
Okay, yeah.
He did not.
He did not. There was that one shot of a zombie. Everyone was like, that's my boy.
Just another skinny man?
Yeah. Just some other dude with pronounced cheekbones.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
One of our sponsors today is Squarespace. If what you want for Christmas is a professional-looking website that's easy to build, customize, and update, then Santa's gonna fill your stocking with Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one tool that gives you all the ingredients you need to make a website that looks good and does whatever you need it to do. If you're selling goods or services, Squarespace can help you untangle digital payment platforms with just a few clicks, making it easy to start receiving payments right away using popular payment methods like Apple Pay, ACH, Direct Debit, Klarna, and more. If you're not a graphic designer, don't worry. Squarespace's design intelligence tool makes it so easy to get your website looking just right. It combines 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology. Every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you show up more often to more people in global search engine results. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/breakroom to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And then speaking of nascent horror franchises or horror thriller franchises, we also got a trailer for Ready or Not 2.
Yeah.
Ready or Not, Here I Come.
Yes.
Which, you know what?
You have to.
banger sequel title. Yes.
Title. It's like Now You Three Me. It's right up there.
Yes.
Too Fast, Too Furious. Like there's a short list of great franchise names. Why don't we go ahead and jump right into Ready or Not 2?
Looks really good.
Yeah, I'm deeply on board for
I
it.
kind of hate it when they give away a great kill like that in the trailer. And I gotta say, personal preference, I'm kind of over high councils. I feel like the John Wick world, and like they did it, and now everybody's like, yeah, every franchise has a high council, an Illuminati, whatever. But you know what? If your formula is kind of final girl kills rich, awful people, pretty good formula.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And so the first movie I just rewatched actually on Halloween this year. That was one of one. It's a good one. The Samara Weaving, right? Samara Weaving. Her like bloodstained wedding dress and Converse look with like the bandolier is just an immediately like iconic costume.
Yeah.
And the trailer for the second one makes it seem like it's going to pick up 30 seconds after the first one ended.
Yeah.
Like a Breaking Bad episode.
Literally.
I'm there for it. But I thought she was great. I like Catherine Newton. I'm excited to see her come to the fray.
I barely recognized her. We didn't get much of her face. It wasn't until like that final shot. I'm like, oh, that's Catherine Newton.
Yeah. I only knew it because I saw like in the YouTube like description or whatever. But the first one I thought was like such a good mix of like very silly kills and moments where like your skin crawls because it's so painful. Like when she's crawling through that fence when she's trying to escape, it's like so visceral. But yeah, it's such a fun movie. Like I really enjoy when a movie knows what it is. It's not going for an Oscar. It's not doing anything else. Just like, we're here to have a good time, not for a long time. Let's fucking do it. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, Abby, thoughts. Give me thoughts.
It looked really fun. I love the trailer. No, I'm excited for the Elijah Wood. That seems exciting. It kind of is giving like you said about the councils. Now everyone's doing like a Knives Out thing where you kind of have to have like an ensemble cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of like kooky characters, but I'm excited for Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, she's kind of having a Gellerissance. Sarah Michelle Assance.
Michelle Assance feels like, yeah.
Last year's I Know What You Did Last Summer, she showed back up in that. There's a Buffy reboot coming out next year that will have a new, younger Buffy, but Sarah Michelle will also be in it.
Right, yeah.
On Hulu, that'll be a series. So it's like, it is. She's kind of having a moment, which is awesome because she's awesome. Yeah, that trailer looked great. Again, that's also on my to-do list. Haven't seen Ready or Not yet. But now I need to, so I can enjoy the sequel.
It's super fun. And like, it is just one of the things I like about Knives Out, you know, to Abby's point about like the Knives Outification of everything is like, just watching these actors be like, yeah, I'm going to play someone who's like no shades of gray, just an asshole. You know, like, and Ready or Not feels like you get that from Andy McDowell in the first one so much. Like, it's really satisfying and
like
fun.
most movies only have one villain, but like when most of the movie is villains, those are a lot of really fun roles for an actor to play.
Yes, and it's a lot of very satisfying like kills and face-offs and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm here for it.
And then kind of wrapping up our trailer trickle, our treat of trailers, coming out, I think, next week. Marty Supreme.
Exact same tone as the other trailers we've seen.
And easily one of the top 5 ping pong movies of all time. It's like Forrest Gump, Marty Supreme, and then, you know, some others. But
Balls of Fury has got to be up there, right?
We got like a final trailer for Marty Supreme. Let's roll that one, Brian. Marty Supreme is my Avengers Doomsday. So that's a very different tone in that trailer from previous trailers. That previous trailers definitely painted it as like A24 indie character, quirky drama. And this is like guns, action, sex, quick cuts, rap music, right? Like definitely selling it as like more of an action kind of adventure movie.
Yeah, the previous trailers for this felt like, oh, this is going to be like a sports thing where like, you know, we're really tugging at the heartstrings in the third act sort of thing. And this one now I'm like, I don't know what this movie is anymore, but there's explosions, car chases, and some manner of giant sea lion. So like I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been a walrus. We'll have to go back and check the mammalian tape there.
Can you pull it up? Because I want to see if I can ID this.
Well, now, and you know, you can tell a seal from a sea lion. Sea lions have visible ears. Seals do not.
Yes.
That's a big one.
And the way the flippers are structured. Brian doing the Lord's work here with me just yelling at him to pull up a sea lion.
Show me the sea lion.
Show me.
Everybody's here for the aquatic mammal talk.
Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, trailer's good, plot looks good. What's that mammal? Okay, so let's get this thing here. Okay, it's a little bit in the dark.
What is like the context?
I think that's probably a sea lion.
Yeah, I think that's a sea lion.
Also, seals and walruses is really hard to train. Sea lions take to training a little bit better. That's great. I mean, Marty Supreme is based on a real man. That there was like this ping pong prodigy in New York City in like the mid 50s who was like kind of this crazy cult figure. So I assume these are real things that he did.
Yeah.
It's a wild movie. So that's from one of the Safdie brothers, directors of Uncut Gems and Good Time and other wild things.
Did they break up?
They did. Well, one of them made this. The other one made Smashing Machine. They have parted ways. And the rumor is not amicably.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
What's I feel like you know the team. What's going on?
That's as much as I know.
No, that's all you know. Okay.
It's just like they might have beef.
Which is wild that they're both going to have kind of sports movies, quirky sports movies coming out within a couple months of each other in the same year.
It seems like one of them already won.
Yeah, we'll see.
It does seem like Marty Supreme. Smashing Machine, I think, kind of landed with a less of a smash and more
kind of underwhelmed. It didn't get as good at reviews or make a ton at the box office. And kind of the narrative was all about The Rock. For the record, I loved The Smashing Machine. I was one of the people who saw it in theater, but we'll see. I'm leaving a big space in my heart for Marty Supreme, which is coming for it. I mean, the supporting cast, in addition to Gwyneth Paltrow, who's playing like an older love interest, the younger love interest, I'm going to butcher her name, but it's something Adlon. She's currently on I Love LA, the Rachel Sennett show. She's the daughter, kind of a nepo baby of Pamela Adlon, veteran actress of Better Things. And
she's done a ton of stuff.
Tyler, the Creator, is in this movie. And the older guy is one of the Shark Tank guys.
Is it Kevin O'Leary? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wild, funky casting, which the Safdie brothers love. And it looks just like a wild-ass movie.
Well, and I loved, my introduction to the Safdie brothers was Uncut or rough. What's that? Uncut.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. I'm mixing up with the Island song, Rough Gem. And that movie to me is the only movie I've ever seen that portrays New York City as exactly stressful as it really is. You know, you normally see these movies and they're like, New York, oh, hey, a pretzel from my friend, the neighbor. And that's not what it is. Uncut Gems is what it is.
It's loud. It's a little annoying.
Yes. It's abrasive.
Schizophrenic. Yeah.
And then Good Times made me fall in love with Robert Pattinson. I mean, Good Times is just absolutely incredible.
It's kind of an underseen movie. I think it came out, might have been early pandemic. Good Times?
I think it was right before the pandemic.
But like, I think it's almost always on a streaming service. I feel like I saw it. It'll frequently pop up on Netflix or Max. If you haven't seen Good Time, go watch Good Time.
Yeah.
It is wild. It is like a real time, like takes place over one night, and like it is heavy. Robert Pattinson he's
incredible
doing the Lord's work. Yeah, if you like, that was for me. I'd only ever was familiar with his work in the Twilight movies.
Yeah,
and you see him in that, and he's got like a Brooklyn accent, and he's playing a scumbag, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Yes. It has like an amazing, like, you know, we talk about movies that have like crazy third act twist. Good Times has like a first act twist that then you just have to live with for the rest of the movie.
It doesn't stop. It
doesn't stop.
Kind of like Uncut Gems. It's just a movie that doesn't stop. Crazy things just keep happening. Also, you mentioned Uncut Gems. Go check out Jessica Clemens' Instagram account.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She had a run-in with Adam Sandler last night that was lovely and great. So,
The spoiler is Adam Sandler continues to be amazing.
Yeah.
On screen and off, you know.
All-time good dude.
Yes.
Marty Supreme, I think is coming out, and it might be
I think
slow
it's Christmas.
rollout.
Yeah.
Is it a Christmas? Yeah. It might be opening in LA and New York a little earlier, but Marty Supreme coming out soon, and that's kind of like one of the Oscar contender titles.
I feel like it's that, One Battle After Another, whatever this train movie with Joel Edgerton.
Train Dreams,
yeah.
Hamming It. Yeah, there's a short list there. All just real feel-good party movies. But we should talk about, speaking of things that are coming up. So again, I mentioned earlier, not on Breakroom, on the new Rockstars channel. We're going to be live streaming this Saturday. I think all three of us are going to be a part of it in some way.
Yeah.
CCXP, the big Brazilian fan convention, is taking place on Saturday. We're going to be covering it live. There are going to be panels, and these things are still kind of trickling out. Just today, we got confirmation. There's a Disney Plus panel on Saturday, and they've announced they're going to, in addition to kind of like, you know, Percy Jackson and all kinds of other Disney properties, they're going to be talking about Wonder Man. They're going to be talking about Daredevil Born Again. Interestingly, nothing about X-Men 97 and nothing about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2.
No.
You know, weirdly, like, Disney Plus tends to bifurcate their live action and animated, and they treat them very separately. That doesn't mean we won't hear about those properties. We're hoping we get release dates and some confirmation.
Trying to find the Portuguese translation of Daredevil Born Again because it was so good, and I cannot find it in our Slack.
So there's been these tweets because again, it's
random.
It's a
or news.
Everything. Most of the news about it is in Portuguese, including
it was like a one link.
The Portuguese title of Wonder Man is Magnum, which is like. Kind of better than Wonder Man.
Yeah.
It's a badass title. But I also love that like Wonder Man doesn't translate directly. They just picked a new name.
The other day I learned that China calls Zootopia a crazy animal city.
Yes.
And
what a great A+.
Zootopia,
A+.
like the biggest movie ever in China.
Yeah,
like more people watched Zootopia 2 opening weekend. Like only Avengers Endgame has ever topped it. Which is wild. But Zootopia 2, great.
Okay, so thank you, Abby. We have tracked down the Portuguese translation of Daredevil Born Again, Demolidor Renacido, which is such a better.
Yes.
It feels way more adventurous, somehow spookier and more fun at the same time.
Yeah. So we're really excited for that. We are also getting there's going to be a big Prime Video panel where Eric Kripke has been tweeting up a storm and posting
we think we're going to get some Boys season 5.
Boys. So the Boys season 5, the final season of the Boys, we're anticipating that's coming out next year. We're anticipating maybe we get a first trailer for that at CCXP. Also, there's been kind of rumors and things like that. So kind of related to Prime Video, Spider-Man Noir, the Nicolas Cage starring show that's like long in development. It's coming out next year, and we don't have exact dates. And that is in the last we've heard, maybe we get new news this weekend, has a weird release cadence, but it's first coming out on MGM Plus, a
Yeah.
streaming service we all have and watch on a regular
We'll have
basis.
and know, and will still exist in 5 years.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
actually got it for a free trial one time, and it was to watch Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Oh,
What was
okay.
Bodies?
I love that movie. That's why
Yeah.
I want to watch it again.
Oh,
and
okay.
but it was like only available if you got a week trial of MGM Plus.
Right.
And
then I
frequently, as
canceled.
I'm scrolling through my Apple TV or Prime Video, it's one of those add-on channels. You know, do you want to subscribe
Yes.
to Showtime?
It's like
Do you want to do
Shudder
this?
sort
Yeah.
of a thing. Yeah.
So originally we were told that Spider-Man Noir episodes are going to debut on MGM Plus, and then at some later time will come onto Prime Video, which is kind of strange. Obviously, they're trying to promote their MGM Plus. We don't know if that's still the plan, but we're really looking forward to seeing footage from this show. It
Yeah.
looks like it might be like wildly stylized. We just got confirmation today that the Nicolas Cage Spider-Man character he will be playing, Spider Noir, is going to be the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, not the Peter Parker Spider-Man, which traditionally the Spider-Man Noir character is a Peter Parker. There's been some speculation they don't want to burn a Peter Parker on a weird offshoot show.
Yeah.
So they're picking Ben Reilly, which is that was of course voiced by Andy Samberg in the Spider-Verse films. He was playing the Ben Reilly version of the character. So that's really cool and exciting. We haven't got a lot of news that we're going to see big film trailers at CCXP.
No, we're kind of hoping that we will,
Yeah.
but I haven't. I can't think of is it Night of the Seven Kingdoms trailer comes out tomorrow.
Yes, ahead of that. Yeah, and there is, so HBO just did a thing in London, not for the public, just for like industry. They debuted a new trailer for Night of the Seven Kingdoms and a House of the Dragon season 3 first trailer.
My gosh.
Yeah.
So that
So
exists. That has not been released. So there's some thinking they've been showing it in like, convention centers. So like maybe that will get released to the public sometime soon.
Last year's Super Bowl and Comic-Con proved to be kind of dodges for Marvel and DC. They just sort of went we'll put out something the day
About
before.
2 days before we'll drop our big trailer.
Yeah, and we're kind of in that same shadow right now with CCXP and haven't seen them yet. So I am hopeful. I do kind of like an event trailer release. That's I am the guy who gets to the theater early to watch the trailers with everybody. I enjoy that.
When you really love the Coke commercials and
Dude.
the popcorn commercials.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
dance off.
With the smug guy being like, "I won," and,
Just when you think the movie's about to start.
Yeah,
Another
just one
60
more.
seconds. Yeah.
I think my main thing is I just when I go to a movie theater, I really want to see Maria Menounos plug her podcast Heel
Oh,
Squad.
you get there early.
Yeah, Abby, I do.
Abby,
Thank you, Abby.
I haven't seen Maria in
kids these
2
days,
years.
Abby's buying a 7:30 ticket and not showing up to 7:52.
I think that's
cut
healthier.
it really close.
Honestly.
Well,
I've never missed a movie, but I have been
No, I'm in the
running.
seat. If the movie's at 7:30 and I'm not in my seat by 7:20, I'm in a flop sweat.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I get too
Yeah.
anxious.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, so speaking of, we know there's really 4 big trailers that are in the pipeline for films, right? Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and this mystery Steven Spielberg UFO movie.
Yes,
right?
yeah,
All
yeah.
4 of those have been rumored to premiere ahead of Avatar Fire and Ash, coming out December 19th. Now, will all 4 of them be on that for the first time? We don't know. I want to throw it out to you. I've seen some debate going back and forth online. If they do, and Doomsday makes sense because that is another Disney property. Avatar is also Disney property. Maybe as another reason to buy a ticket to our giant holiday blockbuster. But I've seen some speculation of they'll also release it online at the same time because they don't want the majority of people the first time they see the Doomsday trailer is on a phone recorded, pirated bootleg, right? What do you think? Assuming one or all of those films debut their trailers ahead of Avatar Fire and Ash, do you think we get day and date? They also pop up on YouTube. Maybe the following Monday. What do you think?
I think within 24 hours we'll get it on YouTube. I think the because what was the last thing was it Tron Ares they tacked on to there was some movie I saw recently, and I can't remember what, but it was like, and our special trailer comes before this film. You sit through half an hour of trailers plus 15 minutes of Menunos, but then like everybody was like, okay, we're done with trailers. They did like the please silence your phones thing. And then there was a trailer that was clearly like tacked on to the file for the main movie we were coming to see. And you could feel the whole theater be like, oh, it was the Odyssey teaser, I think. So like, I think also, and the head of AMC, I'm blanking on his name, has been like, we get it.
Adam Aaron.
Yeah, there's too many trailers. We're doing too much stuff ahead of time. I think they know that like this is a sweetener for people who are on the fence about going to see Avatar, Fire and Ash. But the trailer's not the main thing driving ticket sales.
I would argue, and I think Adam Aaron has actually said, there's too many commercials.
Well,
I think people love trailers.
Yeah.
People hate Toyota and GE and Google commercials, right?
Man of Mayhem one.
Yes.
The Allstate.
Yeah. And it was like halfway through, like 2 trailers before.
Yes. Yeah. And especially these trailers, which I think people are going to be hyped not only to see, but to see on a big screen.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel
in
like
with the crowd.
It's the last chance for Disney, honestly, to show Avengers before Avengers. No, they have a whole year, actually. Just kidding.
And
But,
they'll be,
I keep thinking it's like May.
They'll do it. They'll do it for, they'll have Moana. There'll be big releases next year ahead of Avengers. But you're right that like millions of people are going to go see Avatar.
Yeah.
You want to get them hyped. You want to get people kind of back on the Marvel train, right?
And they have to get the people that only go to the theater once a year on Christmas.
Yeah.
And they have to get ready for next Christmas.
I totally agree. And you know what? They could still get that if they drop the trailer, the Thursday before Avatar comes out. Because there's still going to be a lot of people that don't see it on YouTube and they will see it for the first time.
For sure.
Or people that watch it on their phone when it drops on YouTube and are still really jazzed to see it in IMAX or whatever, right?
We've got, just germane to our conversation, we have Billy is waiting, number 2 in the YouTube chat right now, saying, I really appreciate a good trailer. It's an art. And like, I think it is an underappreciated art to cut a good trailer. Like the Boots trailer for 28 Years Later sparked a whole discussion on our office Slack about like, what are the best trailers you've seen recently? And we went back and some of them held up, some of them didn't. But like, I think that seeing a good trailer before a movie when everyone's already hyped for it, like with a crowd, like that is part of the extended movie going experience to me. Is that anticipation and that excitement.
You want like a couple weirdos in the crowd going, yeah, or whatever at the end of it, right? Like,
you want one dude in the back going, oh shit.
Also, 2 kind of franchises or companies or whatever that like Nolan does a great fucking trailer.
Yes.
And Marvel, even when the movies aren't great, the trailers are almost always awesome.
And Avengers trailers specifically.
Yes. It's been a long time since we've had one of those.
Been a minute.
Yeah.
I'll be very hyped for both of those. And obviously, the last time we got a Spider-Man trailer like broke the internet. You know what I mean? Like crazy No Way Home. So like, and nobody knows anything about this. The fact that we don't even have the title of the Spielberg movie, and we might be getting a trailer, like, when was the last time the title of a film is revealed in a trailer?
Yeah, I can't even think.
Will we even find out the title?
Yeah. Honestly, if Spielberg was like, here's the name of the movie, then just, classified over it, like
what if
redacted.
Thunderbolts was just an asterisk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not even Thunderbolts asterisk, just asterisk was the name of the movie. Yeah. Hell yeah. So leave a comment. What would be your preferred trailer release cadence? Which of the 4 I listed would you be most hype to see in the theater? Would knowing that something will exclusively be in front of Avatar Fire and Ash push you over the edge to buying a ticket to see Avatar Fire and Ash opening night?
No, not for me.
You're not going opening night?
No, I don't think I will.
Really?
I haven't seen the second one.
I
saw the first one when it came out.
I really regret.
A decade ago.
I saw the second one, but I didn't see it in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, if you're not going to see an Avatar movie in the theater, why even see it?
Yeah.
So, like, I am going to go see Fire and Ash in a theater.
You know what it is? Is my daughter is at an age where I can finally start dragging her to more and more things. Over the summer, I made her come watch Fantastic Four and Naked Gun with me.
That's true, Dad.
True, Dad. Both of those.
Both of those.
My girlfriend's review of Naked Gun was that is weaponized dad joke the movie.
Yeah.
So it is the thing where it's like, oh, you know what? If she just wants to go see a movie to get out of the house or something, then I would totally go see it. But it's a franchise that I feel like is in some ways made for me. But maybe it's like Uncanny Valley where it misses me by just enough that I have to Matrix dodge my way out of the
I saw the first one on Blu-ray because I was 9. But then the second one I saw in theaters, and it was like Thursday night, people screaming, like maybe one of my favorite movie going experiences ever.
Yeah.
Like they go hard for it.
Yes.
They are out there.
Yeah.
The
It is
blue
like-
people are out there.
It is a quiet but still very passionate fan base.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, the whole joke around Avatar is they're the biggest movies ever made. It has zero cultural impact.
Yeah.
But that is not true for the Na'vi heads.
No.
There is a slice
they're
of
out there.
fandom that is very
They walk
hardcore.
among us, but you like
Yeah, yeah.
but you don't know who they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's a good place to pause here. Again, live on New Rock. We don't go live on New Rockstars very often, only for these kind of events. So we would really appreciate. It'll be the Wild Wild West. There'll be thousands of people that don't know who we are and are ready to mock us. So my break
I
room.
anticipate having to
Protect
use my
them.
mute button in the chat
Yes.
a lot more than
So
usual.
any of the break room faithful that feel like wading into the murky waters of a New Rockstars live chat, we'd appreciate you. Or just want to see, Eric will be here, myself, Abby, Berg, I think a couple other folks are going to be. Gina, I think, is going to be here. Brian will be here. And we don't know what to expect. It's kind of the fun of these like live event things. We'll be reacting in real time, recapping anything that's already come out, and then refreshing Twitter and doing Google Translate for Portuguese as fast as
Yes.
we can. But it should be a really good time here on Saturday, again, 11 a.m. Pacific. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you, Berg and Abby.
Of
for being
course.
here.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Ta-ta.
Bye.